You cannot do this. The climb is too steep, the air is too thin, and your body too tired. But then you do. And nature meets you with golden sunrises, rivers that whisper stories, and lakes so still they hold the sky. After 8 days of pushing beyond doubt, we arrived, changed forever, to Makalu Base Camp, Nepal. Hello guys, this is Shrishti and I challenged my body for an 8-day trek to Makalu Base Camp. We started off with a small trek to the Pathivara temple, had our first meal, enjoyed our scenic views and reached Tumlingtar, where we met our guides and Sherpas for the trek and got all the briefings. Cut to day 2. We had the most fulfilling meal to enter the most dangerous off-roading of my life. I swear to God, I felt like the cars would touch the ground any moment. But we somehow made it to our location, which was Noom. This is actually the destination we would start our trek from. The trail descends steeply until you come to a big river named Negua Khola, and then you cross the suspension bridge and start ascending through the forest. Now this is where it got very difficult for me and I couldn't capture much of this day because I was mostly literally crying, looking at the stairs and wondering how I would make it. But we somehow made it to Sedua. It was a new day and we set out for our next destination, for which we were told that it would comparatively be easier than the last day, and it actually was. We had so much fun walking through those beautiful hills. We danced, sang, met the locals, had some amazing lemon tea, chilled at the waterfalls and walked forward.
We're almost there. You see?
Of course, got super pumped up looking at the village and kept walking to witness this beautiful rainbow on the way as we reached Tashigaon. We sang and danced with all the locals and Sherpas as it rained heavily outside, only to be blessed with the most beautiful sunrise and a clean, clear day to start the trek. Today was going to be a difficult day. We had to ascend over 1500 feet via these misty jungles full of leeches, and I swear to God, I got bit a lot. It was a day full of blood, and this is just me showcasing one of my leech bites, but I don't know what it was, but I ended up attracting a lot of leeches. It was pretty difficult that day with the number of stairs and the hills we crossed, but the views were so worth it. It was just breathtakingly beautiful as we reached Khongma at 3500 meters, which was a ridge. So there was only one tea house here, but we were so blessed to have a heater inside so we could dry out our drenched clothes and relax at the night to begin our beautiful. This day was for the views. We could finally see the snow mountains as we ascended to a viewpoint, and then some stairs later reached a rugged path that led us to a beautiful lake named Kalo Pokhari. It was just so beautiful and serene to look at it. It literally felt like magic, but we had to keep going on, and so we did. We crossed 4 hills that day to reach our lunch spot, and then we descended as we crossed another lake and many beautiful views till we reached Dobate. And we woke up in Dobate. It was a beautiful fresh morning with the most serene views, and we started for our next destination. The hike that day was a bit adventurous and strenuous. We crossed a few forests, loved the beauty around us. Honestly, it was magical until the landslide area started. The trail passes for about 3 hours through a landscape which is very prone to landslides, and I almost got saved twice from falling horribly thanks to the Sherpas. We reached our lunch spot, and the trek from there was a relaxing walk in your dream garden type of a scenario. Like it literally flipped 360 degrees, and this way was just by the river again, but on the other side as we walked towards our next destination, which was Yangle Kharka.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And this is our view.
So we decided to stay in Yangle Kharka for a day as some of our group members trekked to the Shivadhara, and we chose to relax. Had the best aloo parathas made by these beautiful ladies and literally had a holiday at this beautiful destination. We played around the river, I read my book for a while, danced and jumped, looking at my view every moment because it was just beautiful. Then we visited the monastery and meditated for a while there. To end our day, we took to the fairy garden that we had crossed the last day while coming and entering Yangle Kharka. All in all, a perfect day was achieved and starts the next day. We started off praying looking at the Shivadhara, Parvati Gufa and Ganeshji on the way to our next destination, led from misty forests to beautiful grasslands and of course some stairs. We danced, had our favorite lemon water and carried on via more landslide affected areas and more stairs as we reached our next destination, literally above the clouds, Langma Lake. Woke up next day to realize that we were covered by snow mountains and the views were breathtaking as we set off for our final destination. The trek to the base camp was the easiest, if I can say it. It was mostly plains and majestic mountains by your side. The feeling of being so small in front of those creations we set off. Had our favorite lemon tea at the rest house and walked some more as we finally saw Mount Makalu. Some beautiful glaciers, and then there was the base camp. Literally ran on the hills to go downhill and reach those tea houses as fast as I could, and we made it. Shared the joy with everyone, and here's a room tour.
So I finally made it to Makalu Base Camp, 4,870 meters. Feeling fine. It's been a journey, man. It's been a crazy journey. I have never done these things ever in my life. Love it. We are at the Barun Glacier, of which the entire Nepal is provided water from, and it is beautiful.
We celebrated singing, dancing, played some games as we called it a night.
Good morning from the Makalu Base Camp. It's 5:30 a.m.
I woke up to the view of Mount Makalu and all I was grateful. I sat by the rock and meditated, had my tea and breakfast, captured as much as I could in that cold 4,870 meter high, and happy. This was my first ever long trek and it really tested me. It felt like I accomplished something so difficult, and only because I was consistent and didn't give up on the way. What this experience taught me is how important it is to disconnect, to really be able to connect. There will be rocky paths and heights that scare you, but there will also be the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets that nature will truly heal you. There will be faith and self-reflection there will be light cutting through the darkness, and there will be you above it all.